Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate Uncut and After Show. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this, my main channel, then be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate Uncut and After Show. If you'd like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they premiere. There's also a PayPal and crypto link in the info box below the video. To watch these shows live, click the link to Nathan Oakley channel, which is also in the info box below this video. Now, we're joined by a whole bunch of people as we are in the interim stages between the two debates, so I'll raise the mic on them and you can enjoy the dulcet tones of whoever the hell is in there while I set up for the next live show.
Merle process. That Gollum. Anyway, yeah, I was talking about Flat Earth Early Bird. Jose asked me about security measures. Yeah, I'm very simple right now. Hangouts, and I'm just careful with who I give the link. And sometimes things go wrong when people are in a weird or reckless mood. But yeah, I'm working on the security. Adam offered me to help me out, really figure out my OBS setup. So I will get into that and then have proper security where I can have a more open platform with potentially more risky panel members if I choose to. And at the same time, there's also an intro being in the works. Still waiting for somebody to help me out with the title card. I got the music, I got the background clips. Yeah, and when it's all ready, yeah, we got a full-on, a modernized YouTube show. I hope. So, that was that. Sorry to bore you all.
Arwen, are you asking for help for that?
Kinda, yeah.
All right, send me your stuff. I'll look at it.
Your stuff, I can put it together. I just need somebody to help me make a nice Flat Earth Early Bird text animation, basically, for at the end.
Send it to me. I'd like to try.
Cool. Okay, we'll talk about it over Skype. Thanks for offering. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. And thank you, Adam, and thank you, Chris Berry. He made a really nice intro song. Like, yeah, it was really good.
So, Anthony.
What?
Wow. What's happening with you, mate? Any gossip from your course?
It's possible that I may have to take a sabbatical from FE because things are happening and I may not be able to jeopardize myself if things happen quick. Depends on how fast things happen. I may have to take a back step. And that's all really I can say. But things are happening.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this, my second channel, then be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you'd like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they're live. There's also a PayPal and crypto link in the info box below the video. Most importantly though, if you would like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the shape of the Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcomed back on the next stream. Please also share the show on social media. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel. So please share the show. And one last time, if you're new to the channel or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you're watching this on a re-up, on a premiere, then be sure to subscribe to Nathan Oakley if you'd like to watch these shows live. Now, we are joined by The Plain Truth, Sleeping Warrior, Ranty Flat Earth, Jose JG Soundly Slayer Gonzalez, Eric, Chocolate Saiyan, Warren, and Arwin. Is that Alan as well? Is that you, Alan?
Good afternoon.
Good morning. Good morning.
Who's Alan? A black screen from Alan.
Oh,
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
So, Alan, first things first. Did you fact across your objections to Conspiracy Cat's lack of information regarding his observation that he didn't make?
Good morning, Nathan.
Well done, Nathan. I was going to ask you to remind him of that exact point.
I have here in my hands.
I'll show you something.
That sounds like a Mr. Kipling's cake box.
That's a fax from Mr. One Conspiracy Cats.
Can we see the evidence that it is actually a fax? Because it sounds like a cake.
I don't care about the format. So you raised the issue with him.
Dear Alan, thank you for your fax.
This sounds like a Just So story.
It does.
I mean, Alan, really, you're gonna crumble some paper? We're supposed to believe that?
Yeah, of course. This is a brilliant example of a reification fallacy.
Okay, carry on, carry on.
I'm not falling for no banana in a tailpipe trick. Exactly.
Come on, let's see this concept.
Dear Alan, thank you for your fax. Are you available to come on my show to discuss this live?
Every cloud's got a silver lining, eh? Getting pummeled, but he wants you to go on his show instead.
Think I should go on?
Depends. Why don't you invite him on this show so we can do the pummeling for you, and then you don't have to do it on yourself?
I don't really think he should. I wouldn't come on the panel if he was on the panel.
So, Alan, can you read the what he was responding to, your letter to him, your fax to him?
What?
So you're reading his response, which says absolutely nothing. I'd like to hear what your objections were quite verbal yesterday with Ranty.
Oh,
you were
yes,
quite
yes.
specific about what your complaints were about the information he was presenting. So I'm just hoping to hear the same consistency with Conspiracy Cats and your objections, the same objections which you obviously have raised with him, and that's what I was hoping to hear.
What I did is I inquired for him to watch the show after 1 hour and to confirm which video it was. And on that, he said, just hold on.
So you didn't ask him.
Honest.
So you didn't ask him about the point you raised with Ranty. Then you asked him
he's
about
right,
a completely separate, different
Confirming
point.
the video's right.
Just hold on, it's on the other sheet.
That's a different issue.
He's now moving the cake box and getting the other cake box.
Yeah, that's a different issue. So we're talking specifically about the validity to the statement of fact given about the geographical location that photograph with Mount St. Helens was taken at. That specifically.
No, I don't agree. What he should be doing is checking the photograph that he was claiming that Ranty approved Ball Earth on.
What?
Hey,
No,
guys,
what Alan said so far is right.
I'm
Thank
past
you, Tony.
800.
Well, I disagree. My concern was about actual confirmation of a geographical location, because that was what was being discussed with Ranty's.
Yeah, but what you said you would remind him on is that he would check up with Conspiracy Cats by fax. That is what you said you would remind him on. He's right.
About a specific point. So, you can listen back to it. I said, will you attack Conspiracy Cats with the same veracity that you have attacked Ranty on this very point? That point being the validity of confirmation of his geographical location when making an observation. That specifically. That's what I was talking about, Anthony. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember you saying
hang on. I listened back to it,
but clearly you're hijacking the fact that I've said I'll hold him to account on this. And
well, in that
about a
case,
different
I would
point.
encourage Alan to prove what was actually said by going to the timestamp in the video. Alan, do you know the timestamp? I'll get it for you.
1 hour.
Let's hear what was said, Nathan. Bring it up.
Do you want to hear what Kat said?
No, I want to hear what the actual thing that Nathan said Alan should do is, because I don't think Nathan did say that. I think Nathan said...
Yes, he did, Anthony. What he said was, I was showing Alan B this video, and I was showing him 2 different observations from the same exact location, the exact height, you know, from the same railing, same point. And on both videos, what I do is I pan around and I show my location. And you can see on each individual video, we've got BLO 97 from Anchor's home, and you can see where I'm right next to the railings on both videos, right? And Nathan said, what about Conspiracy Cats proving the same for this guy? Because he only has a photograph to show his exact location. Will you get him to, will you do that? Will you get in touch with him? Because Alan B had said I wasn't in the same location on these 2 observations until I actually showed him that I did actually do a pan around on both and showed him I wasn't exactly the same spot. In which case he had to concede that essentially, okay, I was in the same spot.
Okay.
I
give way.
Should I finish my facts?
Yeah, I give way. I'll give way. Nathan, I was wrong. Carry on.
Finish my facts?
Yeah, go on.
Dear Alan, you're brilliant. You did really well yesterday. I wasn't talking about that video that Ranty was showing.
Oh, he has a different video. Which video was he showing and was he talking about them?
Alan, what was the timestamp of that bit that me and you were in agreement of?
1 hour and 1 minute, I think.
Give me a minute, I'll have a listen back, because I'm with you on this. I thought that you were being challenged on whether you would attack the point of which vote it was.
Unblock me on Skype and want a Christmas jumper for Christmas?
Just give me a minute. Let's not run before we can walk, Alan.
Okay, so which video was he, which boat was he talking about then? That apparently I filmed going over the curvature of the Earth without any inferior mirage on.
Shout out to Cynical Skeptic, who deserves a double shout out as he contributed to the super chat on Nathan Oakley 1980 to the tune of $50 yesterday. So thank you very much both times. Thank you very much indeed, Cynical Skeptic.
How do I contribute $100 for Jose for his trip?
Who? Jose?
Yeah, Jose. Cynical Skeptic would like to know how he can contribute $100 to your
Send
fund.
it to me and I'll pass it on.
Wow, I'm gonna need that big time. I'm planning on setting up maybe a PayPal account because GoFundMe gave me a lot of headaches last time. So I might set that up for maybe a week before the year ends. So appreciate it. Yeah. See, if I get help, I'll do the trip. If not, it's gonna be tough. But I really want to do this trip. I want to take full
all checks payable to
Flip
Flop.
Yeah, appreciate it. I'll keep you guys in touch.
Okay, so Alan B. So which video was you referring to?
Hang on. You're great, fantastic. I really like the bit with Nathan on meters to kilometers. I was actually referring to the lighthouse video, he says.
What? He was talking about a boat.
No.
He said a boat going over the curvature of the Earth. Nathan played the video.
Yeah, he definitely was referring to a boat. I reckon he might be lying here because he didn't say anything about a lighthouse.
I was actually referring to a lighthouse video.
No, let's play the clip again and let's see what he says. He doesn't mention anything about a lighthouse. Conspiracy Cats is lying. Something's wrong.
What was the timestamp again, Ranty?
Oh, I'll have to find it again. Did I send it to you in Skype? I did, actually. 1 second.
It was in Hangout, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 1952, 19 minutes 52. And it's... Do you need the link again, Nath?
No, it'd be nice just before it does get played for Alan to just read his facts one more time. He wasn't actually talking about boats going over the horizon. He was talking about lighthouses.
The actual words are... Page 2. Oh, somebody at the door. I was actually referring to the lighthouse video.
Bullshit.
Shout out to Raven Song for the super chat. Sorry, what was the timestamp, Ranty?
1952.
1952. Oh, that's happy timing. It seems to have gone there pretty much straight away.
Taking globe Earth observations and then calling them flat, so that if anybody else goes out and does the observation, you can't call it a globe. You know, like,
Yeah,
What's
I think
going
that's
on
exactly
there?
what they're doing.
You think that's what they're doing?
Exactly, definitely agree. Because they talk about this compression, and I mean, I love the fact that he'll take a photograph of a mirage, and then he'll show the boat going over horizon with absolutely no mirage, and then he'll say, "Well, look,
and then calling them flat, so that if anybody
Yeah.
else goes out and does the observation, you can't call it a globe.
I think, yeah,
what's
I think
going
that's
on
exactly
there?
what they're doing.
You think that's what they're doing?
Exactly, definitely agree. Because they talk about this compression, and I mean, I love the fact that he'll take a photograph of a mirage, and then he'll show the boat going over horizon with absolutely.
Did you hear that, Alan?
Let's remember that this isn't Alan's argument.
So, which is it, Alan? Are you lying about this fax, or is Conspiracy Cats a liar in the fax that he sent you? Which one is it?
Let's see the facts.
Well, no, it's either Alan lying or Conspiracy Cats lying. Which one is it, Alan?
This is where you throw your mate under the bus.
So are you lying about this fax, or is Conspiracy Cats a
Sorry,
liar?
somebody at the door. Somebody at the door. I'm back now. What's the problem?
Yeah, no problem. Did you need to hear it again?
Yeah, play it again.
And then calling them flat, so that if anybody else goes out and does the observation, you can't call it a globe.
I think, yeah, I
what's
think
going
that's
on
exactly
there?
what they're doing.
You think that's what they're doing?
Exactly, definitely agree. Because they talk about this compression, and I mean, I love the fact that he'll take a photograph of a mirage, and then he'll show the boat going over horizon with absolutely no mirage.
Did he mention Lighthouse there, Alan?
No.
So
So
is
which
he
one is
lying?
it? Are you lying about the facts that you claim you've got? Or is Conspiracy Cats lying about what he said? Because he wasn't referring to a Lighthouse video, was he?
You're brilliant. I wasn't referring to that video. I was actually referring to the Lighthouse video.
Right, so let's see the facts that you claim that you've got. Because this is the point where we establish, is it you that's lying about what you say you've got, or is it him that's lying about what he's claiming? I think he's lying. I don't think you're lying, but I'd be interested to see the facts.
Yeah, why? It's either Alan lying or Cats lying.
Da, da, da.
This is the bit where you throw him under the bus, Al.
I can only report what I've got.
So you're saying he's lying then?
So you're saying he's lying? He's a liar. So Alan's calling Conspiracy Cats a liar?
No. Did I say that?
No.
Well,
Alan's not.
Hold
Alan's saying that
hold on,
Conspiracy Cats...
Anthony, hold on. So we've just played it to you. It was the same section that we played yesterday. Yeah? And he specifically references a boat. Now, according to what he's told you, if we are to believe you may be lying about the information exchanged between you and him. We don't know that. But if you're to continue to claim that that's what he has said to you, then he is a liar, according to you.
I have the facts.
Facts? Well, no, they're not, because we've just played the facts and they contradict what he has said. That's why we're claiming, if that's true, it is his facts. He is a liar.
No,
or
Nathan,
you're a liar. Who cares? You're both globeheads. We know you're all liars anyway.
Nathan, hang on. You're overreacting. If Alan's got this facts, Alan's not actually guilty of anything.
I didn't say facts. I said facts.
Facts, yeah. Facsimile.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Alan has the facsimile, it means that Alan's not actually guilty of anything.
Sorry, my bad. I'll take that back, Alan. I did mishear you. I thought you said facts.
Yes,
sorry,
on your knees. What's it's no chocolate orange.
Zip!
Apologise. Humble pie, Nathan. Humble pie.
No. So either you're a liar because he hasn't contacted you,
Come
or
on, Nathan.
he's a liar
You
because he
said
wasn't.
what he said, and it's important.
Yeah, either
Well, no,
he's
it's
a
not
liar
really.
because he's not talking about lighthouses when he says the word boats. Those two
Yeah, but
things are different.
Who's responsible, though? If Alan really has the facts, then Alan is passing on the message and is guilty of no crime.
Yeah, or he's a liar and he
Yeah.
hasn't got a fax from Conspiracy Cats.
Alan,
We just don't
would you
know
like
which,
to show
do
us
we?
this facts that you claim that you have?
I'll show you the facts.
Yeah.
You show me the letters.
The letters? What letters?
Remember the letters?
No.
What letters are you on about?
I'm perfectly happy to say, and leave it at this, either Conspiracy Cats or Alan is a liar. That's fine by me.
I think Conspiracy Cats is lying about what the video that he claims he was referring.
I
but
think
I
Alan's
also
lying
think
about his
Alan's
facts.
lying because I don't think he's got a fax.
Yeah, so you can take your choice. We don't care if you clarify which one of you two lying sacks of shit are actually the liar in this instance, because you're both liars.
Because no one uses faxes. I think it's more likely that you've not got a fax and you've got a cake box or something in front of you that you're rustling.
Faxes. It came on the multi-combo printer that I've got, where you scan it.
I'd be happy to call you on that because I don't think that's true. I think you're bluffing.
Who cares? It's a totally moot point.
It is. It is. I agree. But he's made the claim, though.
Yeah,
Nathan
this is
Oakley
like
said
soundly
something
talking
that-
about whether or not you've had a hangout in the background as a distraction technique. Let's just focus on the facts here. Either Conspiracy Cats lied about him talking about a lighthouse when he clearly states the word boat, or Alan's a liar and he hasn't got a communication via fax. Either way, one of them's a liar. They're both liars anyway.
Yeah. So, Alan, I'll ask you point blank. Is it a lie that you have a facsimile from Conspiracy Cats by way of response to your question?
Tony?
Yeah?
So you're saying that I don't own a Brother 575?
No. I'm saying that I think you're telling misfeasances with regards to the claim of facsimile that you have from Conspiracy Cats. I don't think you've got one.
Fax. I will swap you the fax for the letters.
What letters are you on about?
Nathan knows.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You claim to have seen them. I'll do your swap.
Oh, the letter. Oh, I know what letters you're on about. You're on about the one from the Cats Agency or whatever it's called.
Yep. Match.
Nathan, that.
I'll swap you. Or I can send you a picture of my Brother fax 575. Great machine.
I don't really care. See, my concern about your fax is far less than my concern about something like, let's have a think, Katz's complete ignorance of perspective. Something that destroys his religious belief in an R-value-based world. See, I'm much more concerned with that. You, on the other hand, because you're a dipshit, are concerned about faxes and conditional acceptances for letters about child abuse that you think I've done. Correct, Alan?
There's no need for it to be like that.
I'll be however I like. I'm more concerned with the actual topic on the table. That would be the assertion that we live on a sphere. That assertion being made by Conspiracy Cats while simultaneously ignoring all aspects of perspective. So I'm more concerned with things like that. You're more concerned with fax machines. Right, Alan? Because that's how important you see this subject, that you'd rather get a conditional acceptance from Anthony about a fax that you've sent between you and some other disingenuous liar. I don't care about your fax. I know you're a liar. I don't need a fax to confirm that. I know it for a fact myself. And if anybody doesn't believe my statement of fact that you are a liar, then tough. I don't expect anybody's belief. I know what I know. And I also know that Cats, you and every other disingenuous globehead who comes on this panel ignores perspective because you're Muppets. And you live in a world that you think is sphere-shaped. Muppet. That's what I'm concerned about. And their misrepresentation of the actual world we live in. That's what I'm concerned about. So yeah, you can have your little fun with your facts. Like I give a crap. Anthony might bite. I'll just say, no, let's bring this back to brass tacks and the reality of the world we don't live in. The one based on that you have no proof of. That's what I'm concerned with on this debate, Alan. You're concerned with whether or not you've got a fax machine like anybody gives a crap.
Grumpy.
Not grumpy. Lied to by people like you about the world I live in. Not grumpy. Furious. It's an absolute outrage that people like Conspiracy Cats can wear a hat that says teacher and teach children nonsense.
Why are you so bothered about the world you live in? You never go out.
What you talking about? I don't even have a car. I walk everywhere daily. I've been out twice today. What the bloody hell are you blithering about? Another assumption? Because you're a globehead, you must assume the world that you think you live in and you think I live in. Yeah, I don't live in that world. I go out plenty. I look at the world around me and have done my entire life. Thank you very much, Alan. And we're told by people like conspiracy cats who sit behind a desk thinking that they're smarter than the kids who've probably got a greater degree of imagination than he, that the world's a sphere. And it isn't. That's nonsense. Something that we're attacking head on. You are more concerned about the technology. You think that you've sent a message to some other disingenuous liar who's teaching the world nonsense. That's what I'm here for, not your petty bollocks.
Are you just mad because he earns more than you?
No, I've earned plenty. I used to be an international rep travelling all over the world. So
Nathan,
I earn plenty. That's why I've got lovely things that I can't afford to keep and maintain because I am poor.
Nathan,
But
it's a red herring
nevertheless,
policy. Come on.
I chose the life I lead. I could very easily still be travelling the world. I chose not to be. I chose to be time rich, so I could go outside and enjoy the world, so I could spend time with my kid. People spend time at work so they can have more money than me. Well, good for them. That doesn't motivate me. Yeah, I'd like to break even and actually be able to support myself from what I do on YouTube. Do I? No. Would I like to? Yes, most people would like the bare necessities of life. Me, I'm trying to attain that. Is that something you can have a dig at when I'm talking about something very specific, the shape of the earth? Oh yeah, well, of course you can, because you've got nothing to argue with. You're not attacking any of my points. You haven't
Nathan,
attacked the angular size of anything. You've not attacked the fact that you ignore perspective in your reification fallacy. You're talking about my earnings.
Under 9,000.
What's that got to do
so
with
you
the
are
price of
talking
fish?
about my... So you're not... Excellent rebuttal. Why am I even having this conversation with you? Are you here to talk about the shape of the earth, Alan, or about my earnings?
I was reporting on the facts, but we seem to have got distracted.
Yeah. So the shape of the earth. I asked you to go and communicate with him his ignorance of perspective. Yeah?
And I reported back.
No, you didn't. You reported on a different issue. By facts, apparently. Just some joke that you think you can have here. I don't find this stuff amusing. I find it an outrage that the person you're talking about, communicating by some antiquated method, is teaching children that we live on a sphere when there is absolutely no scientific backing for this whatsoever. It is a partisan political view taught by people like him. And like Charles, Flat Earth Math, he disgusts me. I find him repugnant. Now you find that funny? I don't. As a consequence of that, I find you repugnant. That's why I'm talking to you like this. You disgust me, Alan.
You're a great actor.
No, you are repugnant. You disgust me. I mean that with the utmost sincerity.
Ranty, get your boots on.
Oh, time to talk to Ranty, is it? So, I'm asking you to address the fact that he's deceiving children about the world we live in with his single photograph and no confirmation of its location. The thing you were criticising Ranty about yesterday. You have completely ignored that, decided to make the issue about whether or not you got a fax machine, and we know why. Because he hasn't got any of this data that you're being critical of Ranty. That's why. If he had that data, you'd be the first to shove it in our face, wouldn't you? It'd suddenly all be about the shape of the earth then, like when he first presented this absolute crock of crap that doesn't prove anything and doesn't confirm its location, the issue you're supposed to have faxed him about.
It was about one of Ranty's videos, apparently.
Oh, really? It's about something else, was it? No, it wasn't. I know what it's about. It was recorded. I will snip it out and publish it individually.
We can go over it again right now if you want, Nate.
Yeah, I think we should. I want to hear what it was actually said.
You can go over it right now.
I'll snip it out. I'm not going to go through a live show on a live show. I'll snip it out and I will republish it. I intended to do it anyway.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Right.
Well, you do realise that, Alan, you've kind of laid a nest here. You've laid a bed here. It's a question of who's going to get in it.
I'm not getting into bed with another man.
You might not get a choice, though. You might be with cats, or it might just be cats on his own, but one of you is going to be getting in that bed because people have said things that are not true, and we're saying that there's someone lying.
I've got to get in bed with either cats or Ranty.
No, you might not get in the bed with cats, but one of you is going to be getting in the bed. It's whether you go in with him or not. One of you is lying.
I just reported what it says on the facts.
So you say.
So
Right,
back
Nathan,
to making
you know-
it about the facts. So yeah, we'll just reiterate the actual points that are relevant here. The point is that Alan thought it was necessary to grill Ranty about his location that he took some shots from. The shots that I'm now going to present on screen. So these shots, which Ranty has used to prove the point that we do not have looming.
Wasn't those shots? It was the one with the yellow thing in.
Oh, you mean this? The same video? This?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh, so we were talking about this then?
That shot, yeah, that shot.
Oh, right. So, sod all to do with boats then? Boats and lighthouses, you said?
Well,
No, he said lighthouses.
Yeah, so a different issue then. So we've just got a little confirmation from Alan.
That's what I
This is
was talking to
exactly
Ranty
what we
about
were talking
yesterday,
about.
that location
So
and
let's
different
get it clear then.
locations.
Your facts wasn't about this then. So you've ignored my point.
No. I asked which video he was referring to.
And I think that is the question, the correct question. Nathan.
Not a video though, is it? His location not being tied down in reference to a photograph though, isn't it, Alan?
Tony, am I speaking at
Sorry, yeah, my name's Nathan. So the specific point he made recently, the one that everyone's talking about, the one where we don't know his location, yeah, that's what we were talking about. Yeah, in reference to you asking Ranty to confirm beyond any reasonable doubt his location for this observation. That's what we were talking about.
The issue was I was asking you, could you see the inferior mirage here? And you said no.
That's correct.
And I said, you cannot see an inferior mirage running through this entire video. You cannot see it right here through the middle of the screen. And you said no.
That's correct.
And then so I moved over to the lighthouse, which was here. Hang on, just go back a tiny bit there. And I said to you, this is the lighthouse. There's the chimneys. There's the inferior mirage, because obviously the lighthouse is stretched. And you said, well, have you got an image of the lighthouse without it being stretched? And I said, yes, I've got it a bit further on this here. So when I came over to this part here, and I showed you, this is what the lighthouse looks like from the same position. There's the chimney pots. There's the lighthouse. It's much more stubby. You've got a nice line of sight, but you've got a sand dune in front. And whereas on the other video, you had this inferior mirage that stretched it and made it look much thinner and longer. And you said you weren't in the same location. This is filmed from a different position.
That's correct.
I said, is that true? Is that correct? I said, right, okay. Then, well, one thing you'll notice from my videos is I always do a pan around. So at the end of the video with the inferior mirage, I do a pan around. I show you can see the steps coming up. You can see there's the steps. There's the railings going down. I turn around and I show you that it's an anchor zone BLO 97. Yeah, which is there on the screen. And then on the last video, which you said it wasn't taken from the same spot, again, I pull the camera back. I show you the steps again with the railing. I turn around and I show you it's anchor zone BLO 97, the exact same spot.
That's correct. And I said you weren't in the same location and you were at a different photo length. Correct, Tony?
Yeah, that is what you said.
So you don't think I'm in the same location?
No, I'm going to overlay those. Thanks for showing it again.
Sure. So this was the point that I said, right, now you will presumably go to Katz and ask for the same information and attack the location of his observation that he didn't take.
And as I reported back, Kat said, Alan, you're brilliant, blah, blah, blah. That wasn't the video I was talking about. I was actually referring to the lighthouse video. And we were talking about the boat one. Weren't we, Ranty?
We just clarified what you were talking about. Just literally 30 seconds ago.
No,
this is what we were talking about.
No, cross wires.
Yeah,
oh, really? Oh, no worries. I can accept that. Let's get some clarity then. What I'd like you to do, Alan, is preferably in a public comment forum so we can confirm that you've done it, contact Conspiracy Cats and make the same objections about his St. Helens observation. Because we don't have... I haven't finished. Because we don't have anything like what Ranty's currently presenting to confirm the actual location the shot was taken from. We don't have that. So I'm expecting, because of the veracity of your objection to Ranty, with this information that we should expect at least the same standard, given that you're complaining about Ranty and his confirmation of his location. Do you understand? Let's not have any confusion. I want you to repeat it back to me so I understand that you understand, given that there's a cross wire.
I'm going to go on the show and talk about it.
Excellent. So you're going to ask him about the confirmation of the St. Helens picture. Right, Alan?
Okay.
I need you to confirm it. Not okay. Confirm back. Obviously, we've had a cross wire. I thought I made it perfectly clear. You obviously don't. Let's not put blame anywhere. Let's just get clarity that you do understand this time, Alan. So you understand that you will be going and grilling him in the same way you've grilled Ranty about the observation of St. Helens and its total and utter lack of anything to confirm where it was taken from.
Dear Nathan, I confirm I will box Conspiracy Cat's ears over this issue. I will replay him this video and get a confirmation and an answer from him. Is that okay?
No. What's this issue?
What we're talking about now.
Tell me what we're talking about so I understand that you understand.
You tell me.
Yeah, I'll say it for the third time. The issue is you have grilled Ranty about this observation and its validity when providing data to show his location. Something that is completely devoid from what he has presented when he's going to beg the question and exclude perspective from his St. Helens observation. So, at the very least, I'm hoping that you'll repeat back the words St. Helens so that I understand that it's not about a boat, that it's about that single image with no backup for where it was taken. Do I need to say it sixth time a bit slower? Or will you now confirm that you understand that your objection aimed at Ranty now needs to equally be aimed at Conspiracy Cats?
We'll be talking about St. Helens. I'll confirm that.
What about it?
Can I get this video?
What about it? What about St. Helens? Mind of God, thank you very much for the super chat.
Its location.
It's on my channel. You can see it. Any blockages curve.
All right. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Second to last video that I uploaded.
Thank you very much. Is it the full one that you're showing now?
It is the full one, yes.
Brilliant.
Nathan, have you still got the Soundy video up?
I can have. What do you want?
Because if you want it, I want you to play 15 seconds of that from 1930 to 1945. This is the whole point of the videos that I'm showing, like this one right now. Because in the past, where they would say this is a globe proof because of this inferior mirage, and the inferior mirage is where the start of the curve is, the top of the hump, you know, and you only get the inferior mirage at the top of the hump. So this was always their holy grail. This was their argument. The inferior mirage was their argument, right? Just listen to what they say at 1930 to 1945.
But short-circuiting the impact of observations, because it's almost like they're going out and intentionally taking globe Earth observations and then calling them flat, so that if anybody else goes out and does the observation, you can't call it a globe.
Is that it?
No, it's next. It's Conspiracy Cat's next words. It's the next words that Conspiracy Cat says.
Well, no, we've dealt with that issue. Sorry.
Well, yeah, he says that's exactly what
just for Anthony, just so I'm not saying no.
I think, that's exactly what they're doing.
You think that's what they're doing?
Exactly, definitely agree. Because they talk about this compression, and you know, I mean, I love the fact that he'll take a photograph of a mirage, and then he'll show the boat going over horizon with absolutely no mirage, and then
Oh, why did you stop it?
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the point. The point is that Soundly is now bitching that I'm going out taking observations which show globe Earth proof. Now, in their mind, let me just finish. They always have the inferior mirage as being their go-to default position. You see an inferior mirage that happens at the curvature of the Earth, where the hump is. Right. This has always been their position. Right. Well, as you've just seen, because I played these 2 videos, it's up on my channel, exact same location. When we come through and we actually see it on a different day without an inferior mirage, which is just going to hopefully pop up right now, we can see the buildings of Barrow that are in front of these little houses that are in front of the buildings of Barrow. Then we've got the estuary, that's that thin little part of blue water that's behind there. Then we've got the sand dune that runs behind here. We can see all of this. We can see it because we have a clear line of sight. So clearly, when we went back to the earlier image, which was here, and we have this inferior mirage running through the entire image, all of that information that's in this lower part where the inferior mirage is happening is not being captured. We aren't seeing it. We aren't seeing the houses, we aren't seeing the estuary, and we aren't seeing the sand dune. There's a blockage there, and it isn't curvature of the Earth. A, because it was from exactly the same location, and B, because when you'll see when I'm pulling back on the image, you can see where the actual water line is in relation to the opposite. Obviously, you've got a low tide. The tide comes right up to the seawall. I mean, let's say there's a couple of feet difference in tide height between the 2 images. It's negligible in this context.
Well, let me just
let me just show you. So I'm zooming back out again. Again, we're seeing plenty of beach. You can see it again. It's at low tide, same location, just 2 different days. One with an inferior mirage and one without. And in the past, their inferior mirage was their holy grail. That's where the curve starts. That's the hump. That's anything beneath that then is actually curve. Whereas this one video, any blockage is curve, absolutely debunks that. And they're crying about it now. They're crying about it so hard. They're trying to say that I'm showing flat ball earth proof. Well, yes, I'm showing in their mind this is ball earth proof. This is in their mind is ball earth proof right now, right? This is ball earth proof. This is what they always used to come to the inferior mirage. And yet I'm saying, well, do you know what? This is what you see it on a clear day. Yeah, same location, same tide heights.
There seems to be 2 issues, and there seems to be a crossed wire. So I wouldn't agree with Alan unless I thought he was actually right. But Alan, would you disagree with me if I said that I thought the issue was whether Conspiracy Cats was lying about the boat that he claims that Ranty showed going over the curve that had no inferior mirage? That's the point that we were getting clarification on, because we did say what video is he referring to.
Yes.
And I thought that was the point you were going back to Cats on.
Yes, that's what I believed.
So there seems to be crossed wires. There seems to be 2 points. Which video was he referring to, and the point about why did he not present evidence for the St. Helens picture? That seems to be a secondary point. A second point.
Because the point I was making to Ranty was that he was at a different focal length.
Which is a different point.
Yes. That's correct, Tony.
Well, that's all cleared up. Jolly good.
But that doesn't change the fact that we have got closure on one of the points, Nathan, which is that Conspiracy Cats did say that he was referring to a particular boat image that Ranty thought was a particular boat image from a video that didn't have a lighthouse in it. But Conspiracy Cats has come back with the point that it was to do with a lighthouse. But that isn't what he said in his video. In his original claim with Soundly, that he's misled Soundly's audience, didn't mention anything about a lighthouse. So if we know which video he's referring to, then we can challenge him on it, because he appears to have misled Soundly's audience on a false statement of fact. And I'm going to assert that he knows it's false, because I believe he's actually lying.
And what we're doing, we're taking away their little like when Nathan took away the curvature calcs from them, yeah, by asking them to prove R. You know, did you hear the screaming that came out of them from that point? Well, now I'm taking away their inferior mirage, and they're absolutely hating this now, because everything, it seems to be going really bad for them right now.
I did do a quick overlay as well.
Are you going to present it?
I'll just put it in the side. I don't know if you can see it.
What are you hoping to see with this overlay?
I've overlaid the building, showing that you're in a different position.
Oh, cool. Have a look. Can someone present it, please? Don't laugh. Who does
Okay.
the work, Alan?
What
Will
we're
someone
looking at
present it?
here?
Does that
Great
work?
If you could present it, Alan, that'd be brilliant.
The link's in the side.
I know, but if you can present it as it's your work, that'd be brilliant.
No, no thanks.
Okay, no worries. Won't go on screen then.
I'll just tell you right now, it's completely dishonest.
Yeah, it's just wrong. We'll just disregard it out of hand wave dismissal. Or you could present it, of course, and explain us what you've got.
Problem is, Rante, all the buildings line up.
We'll never know because you don't want to present it.
Why is the post in a different position?
We can't see it, Alan, so who cares?
Well, I tried. There you go.
Yeah, you tried. You could have just clicked screen share, but you didn't try that hard. You went to the effort for maybe an hour overlaying it, but you won't click on screen share for some reason. That's okay. We understand. It's probably because you're just lying, and it doesn't prove anything.
Seconds. Took 30 seconds.
Well, you take you 3 seconds to click on screen share.
Took 30 seconds.
Take you a second. It's one button. I'll show the audience how easy it would be. So up here in the top left-hand corner, there's a button that says screen share. You click on it, and then it gives you a screen share option. It's amazing. Then you go and pick the thing that you want to share. You click on it, click share. That was, what, 5 seconds? But he doesn't want to. Okay, fair enough, Alan. We all understand it's very hard.
Okay. That was weird.
Yes.
I was booted because of an error, apparently. Weird.
Rant, I just got in. Could I get the map?
Oh, the Hangouts are totally screwed.
Sorry?
At the moment, the Hangouts are very, very screwy.
The discrepancy with sound, Lise. What was the distance and deviation? Or
Say again,
what
physics?
they call the actual mirage or something? Inferior mirage?
Yeah, what are you asking? Sorry, don't get what you're asking.
Sorry, I turned you up.
Well, what was the distance to that to the object, or was it like how many miles away was it?
Which object are we talking about? The post or the
both?
The building.
Both. Just
I've triangulated it as best I can. That post. It's 4.22 miles away.
Okay.
I'm just going to go and try and get you an accurate. Just 1 second. I'm getting you a distance to that building. Just 1 sec.
I mean, I wouldn't even need it. I could see this, right? That post.
Yes. Yeah. So is it just to the post that you're interested in? Nothing else?
Objects. So just so that, you know, either way, we'll know exactly.
Okay, 1 second. So to the building, to the peak of the building will be dead on 18 miles.
18 miles?
Yep.
And the curvature for that? Or assumed curvature? Or detonation? Or deviation?
You'll have to repeat that. There's a bit of background.
I'm sorry. I'm switching it to a different mic now. Mic check.
Yeah, good.
Loud.
If we're going for an elevation of 45 feet, which would be essentially where I would say my position was above sea level, distance 18 miles, hidden should be 63.8 feet.
63 feet. And that object was what? That we were looking at? Was that the post?
No, that's the building behind it.
The building. All right. So. All right. Thank you. That's all I need to know. Okay. And they're using that as an inferior mirage.
Hello.
Hello.
Timmy Osmond here.
Hello.
Yeah,
Invalid Inquiry.
That is an inferior mirage. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Hello. Invalid Inquiry. How you doing?
It's Timmy. What's up?
Oh, good to have
Hey,
you.
Timmy.
Nothing. I was just wondering. I was gonna real quickly just talk to Ranty. I guess like there's been like a transformation here. Now it's inferior miraging. That's the excuse for the curvature. So I'm just wondering. We had dirty air, then perspective a couple months ago, and then Aries diffraction like a month ago. And so I'm just wondering, like ours is always stays the same because there's geometry to the Earth. But do you guys understand that yours is ever changing?
Yeah, it's called narrowing the issues, Tim.
Yeah, it's called evolving your argument. I mean, this is essentially what we're doing. We don't have the funding that you guys have. You NASA.
I don't have any funding. I just go out and I look at the stars. I look at Salt Lake City. I don't have any funding from anybody.
Sure,
Yeah,
but you
but
said
Yeah, but you got all the books that tell you how to interpret that.
right.
And how to
Okay, but I don't
presuppose.
necessarily need them to go out and do an observation, do I?
Yeah,
Well,
you
that's
just
what
said
I
the
do.
Earth's got geometry.
Well, they're the ones that tell you to presuppose all
Yeah.
these things and how you should look in the heavens, how it's supposedly real. So yeah,
We talked about
books are written
presuppositions
all
the
to
other
help
night. We
you
all have
conceptualize.
presuppositions. It's okay. It doesn't mean that you're wrong if you presuppose something. It's quite all right. And of course, with the scientific method, we are begging the question, are we not?
No.
No?
Yeah, both on wrong on both counts.
Okay, go ahead.
No, well, when you have a presumed cause, i.e. a hypothesis, scientific prediction, that's not begging the question.
Isn't a hypothesis basically begging the question?
If you use that as proof without systematic experimentation to validate or invalidate your presumed cause, then yes, globeheads often just use the hypothesis to claim proof of something. That would be begging the
So it
question.
is.
However,
You
the
just
scientific
refuted
method,
yourself.
yeah, you can either talk over me or listen to the answer. So you don't just formulate a hypothesis with a presumed cause and then call it a day. You then go and experiment to validate or invalidate your presumed cause as the cause. And guess
Yeah,
what?
what experiments have you guys done here?
None.
Have you done any yet?
None.
Oh.
I wasn't making a claim.
Okay.
I was explaining how when you globeheads use hypothesis and then call it a day, that's begging the question.
I just think it's kind of hypocritical that you guys sit here and talk about the scientific method all day, but never apply it or do it for your things at all. You just actively
Hold on. So yeah, we
Which
do
were
that.
when?
Yeah, we
Where?
do that because people like you claim science. For example, when you say the Earth has geometry, yeah, well that geometry has come from what somebody somewhere is claiming is science, right? A reification model known as the globe. That's claimed to be science, Tim. So when we pick apart what people call science, that's why we use it. Not because we're performing experimentation. We're picking apart the pretender clown muppets who claim they're doing science and pointing out where they're not. We don't need to experiment on anything. The Earth's obviously flat, and you can observe that. You don't need to experiment. There's no cause and effect relationship to observe a concrete noun. You just look at it. That's the end of the explanation for me.
So if you came to Salt Lake City and you looked at Salt Lake City,
I was nearly there.
buildings,
Nearly, so close. Nearly. I look at something and just see it. You as a globehead, because you've got geometry, look at something in the distance and tell me it's a phenomena.
What do you think's happening? I mean, as far as you say that you look at it and it's there and it's so obvious that it's flat, but then I'm like, hey, look at these observations from over the Great Salt Lake, looking at Salt Lake City, and then your whole thing just completely falls apart. So I mean, what do you think about
those
No, it migrates into
my
diffraction.
bad.
What actually causes that observation?
Yeah, it's diffraction or perspective or whatever the hell
Sorry,
you want to say. It is.
Hold on a second,
Whatever.
Arwin.
Part of the same thing.
Oh, my bad. As soon as I pipe up, it's Arwin time. So, I'm not making any claim from your photograph. You are. Your claim relies on geometry, which I will take a big fat dump on by asking you for R. And you'll repeat it back to me in a Mongol voice, won't you, Tim? So, you are making a claim based on those photographs that the Earth is a sphere, based on geometry, which excludes perspective. I will take a dump on that. That's not my claim. Our claims we make with our
Geometry
photographs.
excludes perspective?
So are
Is that
you
what you
trying
just
to
said?
create a straw man that I'm making a claim with your photograph? Because I'm not. Now, if you want to make
No,
a
I just
claim,
asked you about my photograph, and you always say that I
What's
can
your
see
claim?
things because
Oh,
they're
no
there and all
worries.
this stuff, and I'm like, hey, I can
No
see the
worries.
curve because it's not there.
No worries. First, tell me what your claim is. What is your claim?
Well, first off, we're going with your claim, which is I can just see it because it's there and it's
you're
so
not listening.
QE,
No,
obviously
this
flat.
isn't my photograph.
So-
You're immediately strawmanning me. No, this isn't my claim.
No.
I thought we just made that clear. Are you slow? This is your
Are
claim,
you?
isn't it, Tim? Did I take the photographs and present
What's
them
the
with
claim?
something?
It's an observation.
Yeah,
What's the
your
claim?
observation and your claim. I'm trying to establish exactly what that is, but you're strawmanning me
I'm
and
trying
telling
to
me that
establish-
I need to
I'm
explain
trying to establish
your
how that
photographs
equates into a flat Earth.
before you've made a claim. Now, I'm waiting for that claim so I can take a dump on it when I ask you for the R used in your geometry. But you don't seem to want to do that. You'd rather strawman me and tell me that I need to explain something I've not made a claim about. I'm not making any claims about your photograph.
You're making claims and assertions right now, okay? Everything you're saying are claims, all right?
That's fascinating.
So that's quite all right. I'm
So
gonna
your
let
photos
that
prove
pass,
what?
all right, Nathan?
What do your photos prove, Tim? Lay it out for me. So
I'm
I
not saying
can
they
take-
prove anything. I'm
Well,
actually
well, then who
flat
cares?
earthers. I'm
Then
asking
who
flat
cares
earthers
if
how
they
it
don't
works on a
prove
flat
anything?
Earth.
If they don't
There's
prove
300
anything,
feet of obstruction,
if
guys.
they
How does it
don't
work on your
prove
flat Earth?
anything, Tim, who cares?
Oh, you don't care how things
No,
work on your flat Earth.
I don't
Okay,
care
very
about
good.
benign photographs that don't prove anything while you talk all over this hangout. I know you're very triggered by this, but if you think your photos prove something, tell us what they prove. If they don't prove anything, take them and
They
shove them
prove
up
the
your
Earth
arse.
isn't flat, guys. That's what they prove. All right. Can you swallow that? Because I got more for you if you'd like.
Really? So how can you prove an exclusion of a geometry scientifically? Tell me, how do you do that?
By testing and observing it multiple times, quantifying it through mathematics or whatever way you want to, through words, explanations. We can see the curve because it is there. We see it, guys. The
Sure.
Earth is not
That
flat.
doesn't
You need
sound
to grow
very
up.
scientific.
Hey, you need to stop telling people the Earth is flat, okay? Because you're fucking with their heads.
No swearing.
Oh, what?
Calm down. No need to get triggered.
Is it not okay to think that the Earth might be
Oh, he's
flat,
gone.
Tim?
He's left.
Yes,
He's
sir.
very annoyed. He knows that we can demolish all his arguments. He can't make any assertions about his photographs. I've already declared this. Anybody who's a globehead with a P900, you're all screwed. There is literally nothing you can do with those images. Because like Tim, if you're going to present photographs, you've actually got to make a claim. And any claim he makes about them, I can absolutely destroy. And he knows it. So, yeah, go and take your photos, put them in front of us, and we'll rip them a new one just like Tim's. In the meantime, we won't take your biased, non-verified pictures that we haven't taken to make our claims. We'll use our own bloody pictures and we'll make our claims, and you can attack our assertion based on the claims we actually make. Not the claims you say we should make based on the images you've taken and haven't made any claims about because apparently they don't prove anything. I couldn't give a crap if they don't prove anything, but if they do, according to you on your live streams, prove that we're seeing curvature, I mean obstruction, I don't really know what it is. Oh yeah, geometry, that's right. Yeah, geometry says it's curvature, doesn't it? That's where I'll take a dump on it, because you need R. Don't you, Tim? You need R. Right, dickhead? Yeah, you do, don't you, bumboy? Just like cats. I own you, Tim. Yeah? I own you. I own Red's Rhetoric, Conspiracy Cats, and Tim Osman. They are all my bitches.
So
Can you
is the
present me now?
summary of Timmy Osman is because there's obstruction in the bottom of the buildings, therefore curvature. That's what it comes down to.
Did you want to present
Can you
something,
stick-
Ranty? You're on.
I do, yeah, actually. This is the image that Alan B put together rather quickly and said that he's overlaid the two images from the two videos that I put together on my last Any Blockages Curve video. So basically what he's saying is that these are the relative positions of the post in each of the images in relation to the building behind. Right, as you can see that they're not in line with the building behind. I took a quick screenshot of both, and obviously this is the one with the inferior mirage, and this is the one where you can just see the buildings, you can see the estuary, you can see the sand dune, and as you can see in relation to each other, all lined up very perfectly. The post is in exactly the same position, proving my exact position. And whilst we're actually on this, I just want to show you that this inferior mirage that runs through here, from that point here down, that is if I did it on the same here and put that same line in, that's probably a little bit lower than that actually. So I would say it's about there. Would you agree? Somewhere about there, perhaps. All that is hidden. All this is hidden. And what something else it also does is it blots out the buildings behind. You know, even above it, the inferior mirage starts to blotch out that as well.
Awesome, Ranty. It was a ham-handed attempt to debunk you.
Yeah, the problem was I'd do a full panoramic to show that. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
Well, that's the more honest approach you have taken, Ranty. Do the 360. You know, zoom all the way back out and just do a little panoramic 360. It's perfect. Nobody can claim you're in different positions. It's there. It's in the video footage. You know.
And with that, I'm going to say first and foremost a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of the live audience for tuning in and hopefully sharing this debate. And of course, a massive thank you to all of the debating panel for making this debate possible. Over on my main channel, Nathan Oakley 1980, there will shortly be the replay of the last debate together with the pre-show, so I'll stick a link in the chat as it goes by. If you're watching this on Nathan Oakley 1980, then you need to subscribe to Nathan Oakley channel if you want to keep up to date with the live Flat Earth debate. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
You know, I thought he was really impressive as a debate moderator on his show when I was on. Didn't you feel that? Yeah, the Globers were doing their typical shit, and he, of course, was letting them get away with it. But, like, as a moderator, he really did well, I think. A bit slow.
He let you talk. He let you talk more than Soundly himself. I was amazed with that.
Didn't we
you go like, Arwen, you got all the time you want. You got up to 5 minutes. And then, all right, we're going to go to Soundly. Soundly, all right, you got 35 seconds. I go like, holy shit.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised about that, too.
Tell me.
I could have sworn
it was just obfuscating anyway.
I could have sworn we gave Tim mad props yesterday.
Every single time.
Didn't we do this already? We already gave him props yesterday.
What?
We already gave him mad props yesterday. Oh, Plain Truth's joined.
Oh. Is that the... Oh, shit.
Kick him.
Travis? Kick him. Oh, jeez.
It's the second one. Sorry, I'm going to kick you, Travis.
No, it's not. He's gone. He's just joined for the back chat.
No, there were two. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, you've kicked both. I see, yes.
Yeah, I have to. Otherwise, it's going to be shut down, so Travis has other accounts, so...
Arwen, what happened? Was it yesterday that all of a sudden PMars showed up in your early bird show? What happened?
Yeah.
Did you send him an invite or what?
No, that was Dan Winfield. He has this weird thing where he's like he gets enthusiastic and he starts to see people like chemistry experiments. Really, he does. So he thinks like, oh, if you put this baller in with that flat earther and they're both on this intelligence level, that's going to be really interesting. So he makes really weird frictional choices in that sense. And he just gave PMars the link because he thought it would be cool. But then later he recognized that it was idiotic and he said, oh, sorry, just don't give me any more links. I can't be trusted.
Yeah.
At least he knows it. So.
In that sense, I mean, PMars is a decent guy. He's not gonna, screw up with your channel because he knows, it's not the right thing.
If he would have been pissed off at me at the time, that could have happened. Because when you really trigger him, then he does go over all kinds of borders. So, but I've been, how do you say, fair to PMars in the recent months. So. And he's been fair to me. Yep.
Ah, love is in the air.
It's like dealing with insane people and keeping them stable is like a separate social skill by itself.
Will you invite P-Mars to your house and let him brush your hair, Arwin?
If he brushes that hair, it might get pulled out by the comb. It doesn't look like there's very much left, Arwin.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Sorry.
You want to see how much hair I have?
I had to let it
Go
out.
on, let's see. Because it looks like you're receding quite highly.
Don't present me, Nathan.
Don't present you. I didn't catch that. Did you say present
wait.
me or don't present me?
He said present him.
No, don't. But to be fair, yeah, I am planning to go under the shower like this evening. So
Yeah, it might be getting to the time where you have the skinhead, Arwin. You know when
never.
you get to that point in life where you have to have the skinhead.
No, I'd rather look like a Shaolin monk with a tail in the back and the rest bald. I will never.
Why is your camera so badly out of focus? What's going on?
No idea.
Dark.
Were you so angry? Were you so angry
Looks
spitting all
humid.
over your camera, Arwin?
Nah,
Were
it's
you
not
spitting?
really-
Ah, there you go.
Is this
Travis,
after
is that
show?
you?
Yeah, yeah. Is this after show?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I was out shooting across the Chesapeake Bay.
See,
Nice.
I got plenty of hair.
Sorry, Arwin.
Right, Nathan, are you there?
Moved on. Carry
I
on,
don't
Travis.
know. It's a bit bald on top. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's very bald in the top. Look at that.
Oh my
I'm not
goodness.
interested.
It's-
Travis, what did
Oh
you say?
no! Where's it all gone?
Fucking hell. Do you know you'd pass for that guy? Do you remember that guy on Britain's Got Talent? Stavros. Was it Stavros?
It's not
No.
gold. It's like
It was
Travis, save me, Travis, please.
no, the other guy.
What can I do for you, Nathan? What?
Hang on,
Travis, you got footage.
Magnet.
We want to see your footage, Travis.
You want to do what? Am I supposed to go on camera?
You got some footage there for us, or something to talk about? Footage?
But I'm on my camera, so I don't have anything to show you right now.
Hey, Travis, I listened to Crow 777 last night, man.
How'd you like it?
Very good.
How'd you like the cliffhanger at the end? Did it work?
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, that was
Don't be
annoying.
teasing
I,
like
was,
that.
I
Trolls,
thought it was a
trolls.
mistake.
Trolls. Mike's joined. No one's paying
Where?
attention.
oh,
He
I'll get
took
it.
off.
I didn't know that Mike
I
Martin was
kicked
wrong.
him. I got him.
There he is. There he is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, kick Mike Martin again.
No, that's the repeat sock. You can't kick him out. He's just gonna pop in and out.
There it is.
Right, do we have a closed environment here?
Do we what? Have a closed environment?
Well, you know when we were talking before the show, and you said you raised your objections. You said you had issues with a certain issue, and I've thought about what you've said, and I've come up with a better answer. And I want to run it by you, but I don't know whether we should do it now because we have a troll joining and stuff. Should we just drop and go into Skype?
Well, this is being recorded, so if you don't want it public, then you definitely don't want to talk about it now.
Just click ignore.
Being a sphere.
Why don't you just start a new hangout real quick
Because it's
and not publish the link?
Gotcha, you little sod.
This is already the after show, so
Yeah, you've got the
No, I
audience
know,
of the
but in
main
terms
channel
of-
right now, so you know, umming and ahhing about what to talk about when this is actually going out on the main channel, and it's everyone relaxes because it's not live anymore.
Travis, were you taking some footage? Did you catch something amazing or what? Oh,
And the
Travis.
weather should be crystal clear.
I'm just trying to do smile, observe water. But eyes are for shit today, so the light quality isn't very good. Yesterday was beautiful, clear. I'm gonna drop my phone. My phone.
Yeah,
It's gonna
weather is
drop as
shit.
it goes.
Weather is shit. The phone is shit. The signal is shit. Thank you.
What are you
Global
talking about?
cop.
What are you busting my balls for, Jose?
Globo.
It's not going to work, this is it, unless we've got that other full paddle and we can kick these quickly.
I'm on it.
The trolls are trying hard today, huh? maybe they're all like Tim and they're all very mad for telling people that the Earth is flat.
No, they don't like the fact that I've taken their little inferior mirage away. I keep saying that because they even said he's showing globe Earth proof, and now they're going to say that it's flat Earth proof, and then we haven't got a model then, so that's why they're coming to attack me.
Yeah,
that's exactly what he said. Honestly, that's why I asked. That was the most important part. What Soundly said. Soundly said that he's showing globe Earth proof. No, I'm showing an inferior mirage, and you used to call that a globe Earth proof. And now that I'm destroying that argument, they don't like it.
Nope.
Well,
like
the optical
Hey,
slant,
Mars.
the
Hey,
optics effects supposedly being curvature is the foundational misconstruency for their entire presuppositional reasoning. So even though they could figure out that it is probably wrong, they can never let it go because so much rests on these things and they can't afford to let that go. They'll go crazy. And they feel it.
Well, yeah, it's been a bad year for them. They've lost the curvature calculator and they've lost the inferior mirage.
And they've lost the star trails in the south.
Have they now?
Yeah.
You want to tell us?
Yeah, Tim doesn't bring it up anymore, have you noticed?
Do you not know this? We cover this daily. I'm surprised at some of the panel that maybe you were absolutely spot on, Anthony. We need to not just give the concise housekeeping questions, or maybe on a daily basis. We do need to do this. We need to go through it. Our plain truth bastard. Come on, get the plain truth. Get him. Get him. Get him.
I'm trying to get the screen open.
What? Where?
This might be
I
the
don't
end.
see him in the back chat.
No,
so.
it's yeah. It's a repeat sock.
It's just funny that PMars just happens to join again whilst there's all this trolling going on.
Did he drop or did someone kick P Mars?
I kicked him.
Well done. That's what I was trying to get the back chat open to do. I don't know why you've got a soft spot for him, Nathan. He's a fucking dick.
I told you this
No,
story. loads of
he's
times.
insane, and you need to know how to deal with him.
Right.
Yeah, kick him.
You can't make him adapt to you because he is insane.
He's a racist pig.
He is his prick.
No, he's insane.
He gets what he thinks is valuable information, right? And then he tries to use it as a weapon against you. To what ends, though? Why would you do that unless you were deranged psychologically?
He is.
Yeah,
he
that's why I wonder
literally
why Nick...
admitted it. He on multiple occasions admitted it.
Hey guys,
he is clinically insane.
You know,
without the danger to himself or others.
So, Bronte.
You know when you see that somebody pops in, if you click the ignore, you also get to block them on Google to stop them coming again once you're in the panel.
Okay.
So that little drop down box, if you click the ignore, it'll say, do you want to permanently block them on Google Plus as well? So you can do that, and then they won't be able to rejoin.
Okay. Don't get the wrong track.
Not now, but tomorrow on a different stream, they'll never be able.
Well, but I'm here with the.
Oh, right.
You know what's so funny is I was on the phone on my way to the Chesapeake Bay, and so there's this, like I said, there's this dead zone, and I've got Verizon, so I'm on the phone. Dead zone comes up, my phone gets dropped. Now I'm coming back with you guys on the Hangout. I go through that dead zone, you guys drop. I come out of the dead zone, and I'm still connected to you. So why wouldn't my phone call stay connected?
Because there's another remote system that is dealing with the connection management. And then there's the line to the actual interface with you. So it's compartmentalized. It's not just one line. Like the old-fashioned direct phone line, there's multiple parts. So if one is interrupted, the other ones maintain themselves for a period of time, like 2 minutes, until the signal is not recovered within the 2 minutes, then it shuts down as well. That's how it works with internet.
But what I'm saying is, why don't they have that backup for a phone call? Like the phone call can stay in limbo for 2 minutes instead of just dropping right away.
Sorry?
Okay, so I understand what you're saying. The Hangout dropped and didn't stay dropped for 2 minutes, so then it didn't disconnect. So it stayed connected. I'm saying, why don't they do that with the phone call too? So instead of cutting off the phone kind of hangs around to see if the connection can be found within the 2-minute time frame.
I think with modern phones, you could actually achieve that. You can, like in the settings, choose to let your phone respond like that.
Hey, Ranty.
Yes.
So tell me what you think. I think I mentioned this once before, but tell me if you would appreciate this. So I just talked to a friend of mine. He's a master electrician, and he's actually my only convert to Flat Earth right now. But I was telling him how I was frustrated with having to dismount from my tripod and then go down to the ground level. And when I do that, I can't maintain a steady cam with my hands and zoom in and all this kind of stuff. So I was telling him that I wish that there was a tripod where I could lower my camera to the ground and then raise it back up, kind of like a dumbwaiter. And he was like, "Oh, I could totally build that for you."
Wow, really?
Yeah. He's like, "All you have to do is this, this, this." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, don't tell me, but just do it." So
Just
if I
give
get it,
complete
I'd love to get
no
that thing on
aggro.
the market.
Okay, yes, I'd definitely buy one.
Right. So he looked it up right now online. He was like, "I'm going to look up what you're talking about," and it was like $1,800.
Wow. No
Wow.
way.
And it didn't go down to the ground. It started off above the ground, so you couldn't actually do what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, if something like that could be built, that's electronic as well, so that it could be raised and dropped without you having to unscrew it and mess around with it. But if it did it all sort of smoothly,
that would be the
battery
higher.
power.
Yeah, that would be the higher end. I think that you could still do it with a hand crank and just have a simple machine. For the less expensive version.
Oh yeah, well, it's a lot of kit to bring down to the beach, though. If you think about it.
I know, but still, I'd rather do that than have a jiggly footage.
Who is this friend of yours, MacGyver?
Yeah, he's smart. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, they often run the ads for those sorts of pieces of equipment. Maybe it's just, I think, well, no, the ads are tailored specifically to the audience member that's watching them. But for me, I get ads for things like that, like tracks that you can put a camera on and get really smooth pans, and little dollies that rotate with motors in them really smoothly, and like you've just described, things that can lower and raise. That's like a very overcomplicated, over-engineered tripod, basically.
Right. Yeah, I think it would have to be a quad pod, though. I think you'd have to have it
absolutely
square
yeah.
almost.
Hey, Travis, when again is the part 2?
You're going to have to wait till next Tuesday, Chocolate, okay?
Oh, man. Okay.
Are you gonna make this like a soap opera? Get us all in the edge of the chair, just waiting.
Yeah, I'm going to try to build it up like that. Yeah. That's going to be. I think that's going to be my hook. That's going to be my hook. I'm going to cut every first episode off with the just take it easy, and then my question: tell us something that no one else will know about you, and then have that be the cliffhanger to tune in next week.
Are you going to do that with all the interviews, like cut them in 2 parts and stuff? Or...
I think so. I don't know. It depends. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just started this first one because it was so much work to even do the first hour. And
I mean, I guess it works with Crow, because Crow does the same thing. He's got the first hour and then the second
but see,
hour.
the thing that I can't figure out how to do is how to monetize the second hour, because that's what he does. He monetizes the second hour. You can't get it unless you pay for it.
Well, his second hour, you can only get it on his site.
No. You have to pay for it.
Yeah.
That's
But you
what I mean.
you have to go to his site for that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because the YouTube, you only pay the first hour. But I mean, that's $5 well spent, man. Because it's $5 and it's so much information.
That's what I told him. That's what I told him.
I disagree.
When I first started listening to Crow, I was like, dude, I have to pay $5. I'm paying $5 for the second hour.
It's a scam.
Yeah, it's an awesome scam. I love it.
Yeah.
It makes me happy.
Do any of you guys
That's
keep up
awesome
with?
either way, brother.
Do any of you guys keep up with JLB?
Nope.
He's been talking
No.
about something similar because he puts his material behind a paywall, and more power to him. And instead of the criticisms that he used to come across, which is you're trying to make money off the truth, you shouldn't be monetizing the truth, etc. Now he gets, you're not making enough money off the truth, which is what I now get. I just think the parallels are uncanny, between myself and JLB in terms of the criticisms. So for me, the same applies. About a year or two ago, you're making money, I can't believe you're monetizing the truth, can't believe you've got commercials. Now it's, you're not making enough money from the truth. He was, isn't it, Alan, today?
Oh, and a week ago, they do this all the time.
Yeah, Tim
I have
did it as
over
well.
100, over
Eric.
800 subscribers, by the way. Thanks for the shout out today.
Check it out.
Well
Full
done.
panel for an after show. That's pretty good. Full panel.
Welcome back, Eric.
Hola. Gentlemen.
Hey, Eric, I dropped your name with Max this morning.
Dropped it out. What do you mean?
I told him you send your regards.
Oh, okay. You spoke. Yeah, cool. How's he doing?
Oh, I don't know. We don't do anything more than that. I just checked back with him to follow up and hopefully keep him on the line so that he was going to give me an interview either Sunday or Monday of this week. So I'm just hoping he'll keep that
You mean
that open for me.
You were emailing, not
Yes.
not voice.
Yeah, he hasn't allowed me that access yet.
Max who, Travis?
Okay.
Max Egan.
Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, if you could drop us a link when or something, I'd like to hear the show. Or
Hey guys, I'm gonna go paper rounds and everything.
Hey, did you send me that stuff yet, Arwen? So I can
All right,
take a look at
see
what
you
you
in a bit,
want.
Owen.
All right.
take care, Owen.
Did you hear
Yeah,
that from
I'll
Travis?
send you it on Skype, Travis.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Right, later.
Later, Owen. That
Ciao,
Owen.
ciao.
What? God, someone slag him off.
Long day.
Sounds like Vegan Goy got his channel hit too. So they're going through the.
What happened to Vegan Goy?
Can't. It's not letting him go online with the OBS. He'll probably get a message. Like I think that's how it works. Usually they just deny it, and then you'll get a message saying, blah blah blah.
Oh,
Seems
well,
that's
today's stream was really screwy. I started a couple of minutes late because it kicked me out of the Hangout just before I started, and then it kicked Anthony out, and then Anthony didn't rejoin. I don't know if that was just coincidence. And then when it did actually start live, there was like, I don't know, at least 20 people talking in the chat, and it was said there was like 4 people watching at one stage.
Yeah, how's that work? I saw that.
It was bonkers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No idea what the end tally was.
Well, I guess that would be the true definition of getting wrenched. Somebody messed with you. Just tightened and loosened something up.
Just screwy, glitchy YouTube. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. Other people are reporting issues at the moment. Really?
Yeah.
So, according to this, that can't be right. 176 views. Well, at one stage there was more than that number of people watching, wasn't there?
It was, yeah. I
Oh,
did
what
see 160, so...
Well, yeah, okay. Maybe not 176 watching, but like 160 watching minimum, and there's going to be at least 10 times that people have come in and gone out, so that's definitely wrong. The other live stream, 70 people have apparently watched that. Wow. 70 people, it says.
Come on.
That was
you guys...
no, an hour ago. That was the one that had all of the really weird numbers attached to it. That says it's had 75 viewers.
crazy.
Yeah, 75 views it says it's had. Less than 100. An insult. There was more than 100 people watching it.
YouTube's messing around with you, mate.
Trying to shut me down.
I still see you got some super chats today, though, so, you know, people are still finding the channel.
Yeah, for sure.
I just Gerson smacked somebody.
What, you just ran someone over?
No, this girl pulled up next to me and she had fight cancer all over her car. All these names of people who were fighting cancer and whatnot. So I asked her if she heard of Max Gerson. She said no. So I recommended her to do some research on Gerson therapy.
Cool. Anybody want to put
Yeah, what's your current assessment there, Travis, on cancer?
What's my current assessment on cancer? Cancer is a natural occurrence in everybody's physiology. Our bodies are made to get rid of toxins, and cancer is simply the body's
These guys discuss this very, very off-topic subject. I'm going to say once again a massive, huge, enormous thank you to all of the audience on the Nathan Oakley 1980 channel for watching this premiere of the after show, and of course a massive thank you to all of the debating panel for making this after show possible. In about an hour's time, the next live debate will start over on my second channel, which is Nathan Oakley. There is a link in the info box below this video if you want to watch this show live or participate in the live debate. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!